All right, good afternoon everybody. My name is Karol. I'm representing today a global leader in taste-based nutrition from Scandinavia called Zinzino. Is anybody here who's interested in healthy solution? Please raise your hand. Okay, I'm in the right spot. Thank you very much. So we're speaking as the last one today, but I tell you, we are the first one in a taste-based nutrition space. And that's thanks to this little fella, but I will tell you about that in a minute. But let me take you back a little bit in our history. This is our past. Some of you probably remember what this device was used for communication, right? But this is the past, and we don't want to stay there. But this is our future. The mobile devices, we take them everywhere. We use them as our entertainment, we use them as our office work, right? And this is the future. So we never come back to this one. Same is the nutrition space. I used to be there, guest-based nutrition. So what it means, you take the whole of supplements from all the high street shops, from anywhere you can find it online, and you keep taking it, but you're still having the same health issues. Why? Because you don't know that they really work, and if you take it for a long time and they don't work, why taking them? So let's take the guesswork out of equation, and here we are in Zinzino. Going from guest-based to test-based nutrition, it's a global mega trend. About 500 million people around the world officially taking omega-3 supplements. 1.5 billion people are on some specialized diets, and about 1 billion people around the world taking another supplements and they don't really know that they work. Most people want to know if the supplement works, and we do have a solution for you, this little guy. We've done so far a big number of tests, and we'll tell you in a minute. But what's lying behind our fantastic working supplements, pharmaconutrition product? It's those guys. First of all, we've got a scientific board. People come from the high end of the medicals, and they decided to go and really support people's health. We've got a Dr. Paul Clayton, one of the best, I think, dietitians grown and born in the UK. Dr. Angela Rizzo, she is behind this great stuff. Ola Ida, who's behind some of our products. Dr. Abraham, who's a specialist in the space of nutrition. And we've got also our Chief Product Officer, Dr. Colin Robertson. I love the guy. He's behind most of the supplementation of the Olympic guys, Rio, London, you name it. And Dr. Emily Gislevic, she's the head of operation in our omega-3 products. But we wouldn't do that well without our test. Please remember that number and come back to me afterwards when we finish presentation. We got something for you. So 1 million tests. On the 1st of July this year, we hit 1 million tests globally, and we prove, as that was on the 2 slides before, 97% of these people who tested, they failed the test. And some of these people are high-ranked footballers, athletes, and some people are like me who thought the day supplements work, they didn't. And why are we coming here today? We're not only going to tell you, that's going to be my friend Marcin in a minute, who will tell you how to implement in the therapies space, but we can show you that this can be an amazing advancement and great addition to your profile, for your customers, for your practices. If you're the therapist, physiotherapist, orthotherapist, doesn't matter. Because we are looking after here about the main building blocks of our health, which is our cell. And that's what we do in Zinzino. And as you can see, we're not any kind of company. We're NASDAQ listed. We're in the space of global range. We get a distribution centers globally. So it doesn't matter, do you have your practice in the UK, France, Germany, Adelaide, in Australia or America, we can cover that. That's not a problem. And we also regulate it because it's a franchise business, so any practice can implement it and start it for themselves. And it's very, very easy. And I welcome you to our stand next to the stage for the conversation today or tomorrow. Because in Zinzino, it doesn't show here, but what we do mainly in Zinzino, we inspire change in life. And please do not guess anymore, test from now on. We've got 3 different tests, and before you do any supplementation anymore, do the test. And that was very quick presentation from myself. And please welcome on the stage my friend, colleague, and a business partner, Marcin, who is a therapist with nearly 20 years of experience, who implemented the products and the test to his own practice. Marcin, it's off to you, my friend.
Hello everyone, thank you very much, Karol. So, as Karol mentioned, here we are talking about test-based nutrition. And now, I will start with the question. So, have you ever found yourself in a situation when you would like to do more, but unfortunately the tools that you had were not sufficient? Or maybe have you ever envisaged a tool that could be addressed in a much larger scale, even globally? Consider this, a tool that can be addressed to the vast majority of diseases that are rooted in chronic inflammation. If you would like to be healthy and wealthy at the same time, I invite you to stay with me for another 15 minutes or so. So let me start again with the brief story of myself. At the age of 18, I faced the severe hernia diagnosis, rendering me barely able to walk. Conventional medicine offered me the traditional operation with the outrages of 50-50 of regaining full mobility. The possibility, the outcomes of this operation were the following: either full recovery or permanent wheelchair dependency. What would you do if you were at my age, my place? So, please raise your hands if there are any sports enthusiasts here. Thank you. So, are you familiar with zig and zag actions? Fortunately, me and my family, we decided to take a zag action, which was opting for alternative approach to traditional operation. And here I am, walking, running, and jumping. Sorry for this, but it is thanks to massage therapy. And as you can see, there are no any side effects of the operation. So, thanks to this is the brief story how I became a therapist, later on the massage therapist and complementary therapist. Acquiring new skills and continuous learning led me to the very profound discovery. A very small thing with a great value, known as Zinzino. And here we were talking about chronic inflammation. Are there any volunteers here? I would like to ask you the question, do you know what is a ratio between fatty acids, omega-6s to omega-3s, above which it starts to be dangerous for our health? Namely, when the chronic inflammation kicks in. Do you have any ideas? Let's say that the omega-3 is 1, so how many more omega-6s are acceptable? Any ideas? How many to how many? Just a guess. How much? 7 to 1. Okay, any other guesses? 3 to 1, exactly. It's 3 to 1. So after this, test goes for you. Thank you very much. So actually, ow. Sorry, that's yours. Okay, so I have another one here. And I was talking about 6, but 7 to 1 was also a good guess. So as you can see, the contemporary diet is much richer in omega-6s than omega-3s. Our DNA hasn't changed, but what we eat has changed, and the quality of our health has changed as well. And as you can see, the 3-to-1 is science recommendation, scientifically proved. It shouldn't be more. Roughly 60 years ago, there was a turning point of 4-to-1. Now, do you know what is the average in the UK? 15-to-1. 15-to-1 means that it's 5 times too much. And the prognoses are, and the tendency, the mega trend, unfortunately, it indicates 25-to-1. Would you like your children, our future generations, to have this kind of ratio? This is just a number, but I will tell you physically how it can, in a negative way, influence our health. You see the guy? He seems to be quite fit from outside, but how it is inside? Inside he's red. There is a lot of inflammation inside him. So the beauty of the test lies in its preventative nature. What does it mean? That please raise your hands if you agree with me that preventing is much better than to cure. Exactly. So first we have to, it's better if we know about something before it will transition to the stage of actual disease. And now, would you like to stand like this or maybe be too balanced? I prefer to be balanced. I'm doing my best. And now, we consist of a lot of cells. And now, as the study shows, if cell membrane is too rigid, it means that the phytonutrients do not go into the cell easily, and what's even worse is that the toxins are not being eliminated. How it influences the state of our health is brain function, heart function, skin elasticity, inner organs or joints and muscles. Me, I'm a massage therapist by profession, and I know that a lot of people, a lot of my clients are suffering from joint and muscle pain, and it's also connected to chronic inflammation. Let me remind you of the multitude of diseases that are connected to chronic inflammation. Cancers, neurological diseases, metabolic disorders, autoimmune diseases. Are there here any people, please raise your hands if you know anyone who is suffering from any of the diseases I have just enumerated. See? So again, we can do a lot about it, because if we decrease the level of chronic inflammation, we can decrease the number of people who are suffering from the disease I have just mentioned. And now the question is, who is our target group? Almost everyone in almost every age. Since the moment we are given birth, through our production age till we became seniors. It's about the brain, immune heart system, and healthy metabolic aging, the bones and the joints. And now what is beautiful about it, why Zinzino stands out? You see, the very small treatment room. This is not mine, but mine is similar. About 30-40 square meters. So, do you know how many clients, what is your daily capacity as practitioners? We as massage therapists, I can perform maybe 5, maybe 6, that's the maximum, treatments which last for about 60 minutes, yeah? So I can help 6 people a day, maybe 10. If someone of you is chiropractor or physio, you can have more, maybe 40, that's the maximum I guess. But how many people there are out there who need our help? There is a way, if you have the right tool, to help numerous individuals across the world, and this is thanks to Zinzino, because we are a global company and we are present in different places around the world, as you can see. So if you are leading a team, if you cooperate with others, you can be in London and help someone who is in Australia at the same time. And now I would like to elaborate a little bit more about the test itself. So the test, its beauty lies in its preventative nature, as I mentioned before, but it's home administrated, and it's basically as a diabetes people. We take a lancet, several droplets of blood, and it's sent anonymously to independent laboratory Vita in Oslo. This comprehensive analysis, it focuses on 11 fatty acids with an effective distinction of chronic inflammation. And now, it takes also into consideration another very important parameters like cell membrane fluidity, mental strength, and others. In 2021, my mom and my father-in-law, they faced cancer diagnosis. Remarkably, they are still thriving with no any necessity of chemo or radiotherapy. Their robust immune systems owes their strength thanks to Zinzino Health Protocol, which consists of the following elements. The first one is balance oil, that I will elaborate in a minute. Xenobiotic, which is dietary fiber blend enriching the functioning of our guts, so it's gut health. We have also Extend. Extend is multi-immune supplement enriched with beta-glucans. If you would like to become calmer, you can always take Viva. Viva contains a lot of saffron, so it's calming down the functioning of central nervous system. And now let me tell you something more about the beauty of balance oil. Please raise your hand if there is anyone who is familiar with the concept of oxidative stress. Or have you heard about oxidative stress? Yeah? Exactly. So you would agree with me that if we have natural antioxidants, they make the product to be active much longer. Here we have polyphenols, so we have omega-3 with considerably high dosage of polyphenols, which as natural antioxidants, they make the omega-3 to work much longer, over 30 hours. In comparison to average oil, it's at least 3 times longer, as you can see the study shows. What does that mean? If we have extended period of active molecule of omega-3 as anti-inflammatory blend, it's crucial if it's a question of combating chronic inflammation. So guys, thank you very much for your attention. We would like to join us in our health and wealth journey together with Zinzino. If we have any questions, we are in the stand just here nearby. You are invited. Thank you very much for your attention.